Hey, what's going on, guys? Applepie here, back with another video. And before I start this video, have you guys ever wanted to know how you can throw a pre-built system, motherboard, and components into another case to improve airflow if you guys stick another graphics card in your computer? Well, I stuck a 1080 Ti in my computer, and I decided to throw it into another case to see if the airflow is better. Stay tuned and continue to watch this video after the break as I show you guys the pains and the pros of putting a pre-built system components into the Phanteks Enthoo Evolv ATX Tempered Glass Edition. This is the satin black version. So anyway, hope you guys like this new intro setup. Sorry for the late upload. I had some stuff to do. So anyway, let's continue with the video. So, today I got here as you guys can see, another case. My pan over here, cameraman. This is my old Dell XPS 8900 case. It's all scrapped out. You guys can see the little bend right here I had to put in it to get my new GPU in there. But anyway, pan over here. This is the Phanteks Enthoo Evolv ATX Tempered Glass with the color being satin black because it matches my Asus ROG Strix GL503 VS gaming laptop. Yes, I do know the entire word choice for it. So, as you guys can see, all my ports are right here for it. Pan. When I point to something, cameraman, you want to pan to the stuff. So here I got the IO shield. It comes out of the case relatively easy. Got my fan, 1080 Ti, Strix edition, got USB 3.0 card reader, and then got all my parts through my computer. This case is an ATX case. It'll fit up to an eATX, which there aren't very many of these days. They're all X99 and X299. So this motherboard is not a full ATX motherboard. It is a micro ATX motherboard because the case from Dell is a micro ATX case. On this motherboard, the USB 3.0 is blocked by my GPU, I believe. Yes, it is blocked by my huge 1080 Ti. So when I get my new motherboard, maybe X299, maybe Ryzen 7, maybe Intel Coffee Lake video coming. So guys, it is currently the next day, and I've been fighting with this system for the last day, trying to get it working, trying to get the front IO to work with my case, trying to get the fan controller to work with my case, trying to get the fan controller to work with my motherboard, my graphics card. Since it is a pre-built Dell system, everything is a little finicky because it is not like your standard motherboard situation. So since this entire case is Aura Sync compatible, I got the Phanteks RGB light, and I got the controller for your Aura Sync card or motherboard. In this case, I got my Strix 1080 Ti in there. That's got the Aura Sync cable connected right there. And this has a PWM fan controller for the 3 fans that it comes with. Sorry for the lighting. This ISO on this camera is not the best. Yeah, you guys can sort of see. There's 2 fans right there on the front. I might just have to take off this front panel. But everything is syncing up to Aura Sync support, so the front, and then the RGB strip, and then the graphics card, because I had to plug it into the GPU, and I had to plug the PWM fan controller into the graphics card. Thank goodness it has the 2 fan ports, because the only 4-pin connector is that CPU fan header. You guys can't really see that at all, but yeah, it was such a pain. Let's do kind of like a walk around. There's the old XPS case. You can tell it's massive compared to this, and I thought this thing was a big case. But here's the other side. There's a little bit of a glare on because I have both of the side panels on. It's a huge case. 18mm is not big enough to get it all. There's the fan controller. You guys cannot see anything. Hold on. Let's get a light. Let's get a light in here. There you go. There, you can sort of see the fan controller right there. All you guys mostly see is glare. But okay, trust me. There's a fan controller right there. It's a little dark, but you guys can see. Now you guys can see the fan controller. I gotta move the light literally in the frame. If you guys even see it. There's the fan controller right there. I had to plug it into the motherboard on the graphics card. And I just kind of like sat everything in there. There's not really cable managed. Because when I get my final build, then I'll do all the cable managing. But right now, I don't really see that I need to do the cable managing very much. Because I'm just going to redo the system pretty much as I go. I'm going to get the motherboard, the AIO. Trying to get a 360 rad because I want to put a 7820X or the new Coffee Lake 8700K CPUs, or maybe the branch up from that. I'm not sure. I'm going to get an 8th gen CPU or I'm going to get X299. I'm not sure because I want more cores. 4 is not enough for me. 4 is not enough for my Premiere Pro. I could just get a 7700K, but I have a 6700 in here, so that's good enough for gaming right now and video editing and rendering because I just have everything on the GPU because I do all my renderings on the GPU. Everything I do is on the GPU. Not so much gaming, so that's why I want like an 8-core or a 6-core at least. Minimum is 6-core because I can, once the games come out that support more cores, then I'm going to use that to the full advantage with my 1080 Ti, and ooh, it's going to be a very, very, very beast of a system. But down here, I got a really, really ugly SATA cables, but I got one black and one red SATA cable over here for my 2 terabyte Steam hard drive that's connected to the red one, and then I got a 4 terabyte Vault that I took out of my it was like a Western Digital Elements 4 terabyte external hard drive, like this one right there. I really should put the ISO on auto. There, that's so much better. You guys can kind of see that right there. That one, the thing failed, the enclosure failed. Come on, auto ISO. You are literally a potato. Too washed out. There we go. Yeah, it's all messed up. So I stuck it in here. I was able to get some footage off of it, so I copied it over my Steam hard drive, and then when I formatted it, stuck it in the system, and then I put everything back on it. So it's all nice and fine. You can kind of see that really ugly back of the motherboard. Oh jeez, not again. There, I had to put it up to 1600 because the auto ISO is not very good. You guys can kind of see the back plate for the motherboard, and here's my. Oh my gosh, you guys really can't see anything. There's 1600 ISO and a light right there trying to get footage for you guys. Yeah, there's the back of it. In order to get the Aura to work, Asus Aura support to work with this case, you have to unplug the PWM controller for the RGB light. So there's this plug right here that you have to hold for 5 seconds, and then it turns it all off. Because I can turn it on right now. Just press it once, and then it completely goes off track with my internal GPU. See, it's all white right now, and then I can press the button and it'll all change. but then I hold it for 5 seconds, and then it switches to whatever the GPU is on. So I kind of like that feature. So if you kind of put everything together, and then you like, I don't really want this, I want to put it on white. So then you can do that. See, the ISO is not. I have to put it up to. I have to keep adjusting the ISO because my room doesn't have certain lighting, but it connects up to the Asus Aura on the GPU side, and you can connect it all together, and you can have it do temperature, and you can do so much with this. So this is the ATX mid-tower version of it, and then that is the MATX Dell XPS case. So this was, I got it to work. I had to take the entire case apart to get everything out of it, and there's just one fluke error. So up there, you guys cannot see that at all. $3,200 ISO, there I am. Well, up right there is the power hub for the entire system. And so I had to go in and I had to unplug it and figure out which was which. And there's an error every time I boot up the system because it's just not like this power switch. But the power switch works, but it likes the full, basically a USB 2 setup. So it's got power reset, and then it's got all the funny little buttons that Dell has. Everything on the Dell case is so proprietary, but it all works. And then I have, as you guys probably can see, I have to get at a good angle. I have to bump up my ISO. Right there, there's my USB 3.0 header for the front. That's why the entire front panel assembly is all turned off, and that's why it's all closed. I usually have it closed on the front of the case because none of it works except for the front panel I/O. Which I don't need the front panel I/O because I have my Astros right there. So I'm gonna do some benchmarks and see what the temperature readings are. But as of right now, they seem better. But I'm gonna stress test it and ramp up the fans and see what the difference is. But right now, I love this case so far. But the one big issue is the I/O, the PCIe slots on the back of it. Those are so hard to get at with a screwdriver. That's the only part. I have to get like a longer screwdriver or a shorter screwdriver to be able to do it. But anyways, I'm gonna do a part 2 of this case review. It's gonna be like a final thought review. Sorry for no video yesterday because I was fighting with this case to get it on, get everything inside of it. It was like 90 degrees in here when I was finished with it, so like literally dripping sweat. So yep, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Follow me on all social medias. Share this video to your friends or family to show you guys that you can put a Dell motherboard in an ATX case. So anyway, this has been Applepie. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Peace out.